Anybody watching the shifting tides of global politics can see that the age of clear-cut superpowers is ending. Today, the balance of power is changing fast, and a new generation of nations is poised to claim their place at the top of the world order. From resource giants to technological powerhouses, here are 10 countries that may become superpowers in the decades ahead and reshape the entire planet in the process. And trust me, you won't believe which country is at number 4. So make sure you watch till the end. Number 10. Turkey. For centuries, Turkey was the bridge between Europe and Asia, and now it's trying to reclaim that legacy. With a population nearing 90 million and a growing, diversified economy, Turkey controls the vital Bosporus Strait, the gateway between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. Under President Erdogan, Turkey has flexed its military muscle in Syria, Libya, and the Eastern Mediterranean. It's also producing its own advanced drones and defense tech, signaling ambitions to become a regional hegemon. If Turkey can stabilize its economy and mend strained alliances, it could become a major power broker from the Middle East to Eastern Europe. Number 9. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is no longer just the world's gas pump. With the ambitious Vision 2030 plan, the kingdom is transforming its oil wealth into a diversified, innovation-driven economy. The futuristic megacity NEOM, worth $500 billion, is just one example of its plans to dominate AI, green energy, and tourism. Militarily, Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest defense spenders in the world. And as the Middle East de facto Sunni leader, its political influence stretches from North Africa to South Asia. If the kingdom succeeds in reducing its dependence on oil while projecting power abroad, it could emerge as a 21st century superpower in its own right. Number 8. Indonesia. The world's largest archipelago is quietly becoming an economic juggernaut. With over 280 million people, Indonesia is now the 4th most populous country on Earth, and its GDP growth is projected to make it the world's 4th largest economy by 2050, ahead of Japan and Germany. Sitting astride key global shipping lanes, Indonesia controls strategic choke points between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It's investing heavily in military modernization and regional diplomacy, positioning itself as Southeast Asia's natural leader and a potential counterweight to China's expansion in the South China Sea. Number 7. Brazil. Brazil has long been called the country of the future, and it's finally starting to claim that title. With vast reserves of oil, rare earth minerals, and fresh water, Brazil is South America's undisputed economic powerhouse. The population of over 215 million makes Brazil the 5th largest in the world, and its agricultural exports feed hundreds of millions globally. If Brazil can tackle corruption and unlock its full industrial potential, it could become the natural leader of the global South and a swing player between the West and rising Asian powers. Number 6. European Union. A united Europe has all the ingredients of a superpower, a population of over 440 million, a massive combined GDP, roughly equal to that of the United States, and technological innovation across key industries. But internal divisions, Brexit, and the rise of populism have challenged the EU's cohesion. However, recent crises from the war in Ukraine to energy shocks have pushed the bloc to strengthen defense ties and rethink energy independence. If the EU can overcome its political rifts, it could finally realize its potential as a true unified superstate with a joint military and centralized foreign policy, giving it a global voice to rival Washington and Beijing. Number 5. India. India is often called the world's largest democracy, and its numbers alone are staggering. With a population surpassing 1.43 billion in 2025, it's now the most populous country on Earth. Its economy is on track to be the 3rd largest by 2030, fueled by a young workforce and booming tech sector. India is also ramping up its military modernization, investing in blue water naval capabilities, advanced fighter jets, and homegrown missile defense systems. Its strategic rivalry with China pushes it to deepen ties with the US and Europe, making India an indispensable player in the emerging multipolar world. Number 4. Nigeria. By 2050, Nigeria is projected to be the 3rd most populous country, surpassing the US. Africa's biggest economy already dominates the continent's GDP thanks to oil wealth, a growing tech sector, and a young, rapidly urbanizing population. If Nigeria can overcome corruption, security threats, and infrastructure gaps, it could emerge as Africa's first true superpower, controlling vast resources and influencing global energy and tech markets. Number 3, Japan. Despite a declining population, Japan remains a technological powerhouse with one of the world's strongest advanced economies. Facing growing threats from North Korea and an assertive China, Japan has recently reinterpreted its pacifist constitution to ramp up defense spending, now the world's third-largest military budget. Combined with its cutting-edge R&D in robotics, semiconductors, and AI, Japan could reassert itself as a formidable global player, especially if it deepens security alliances with other Indo-Pacific nations. Number 2, China. Napoleon once said, "Let China sleep, for when she wakes, she will shake the world." That giant is now wide awake. China is already the world's second-largest economy and its biggest trading nation. It's expanding its Belt and Road Initiative, building critical infrastructure across Asia, Africa, and Europe to secure influence and resources for decades to come. China's navy is now the largest in the world by ship count, and its tech giants lead in AI, 5G, and green energy. Whether it's dominating supply chains, rewriting global trade routes, or projecting power into the South China Sea and beyond, China's ambitions to surpass the US are clear. Number 1, United States. For all its challenges, the United States remains the world's only fully established superpower for now. With unmatched military reach, technological leadership, vast natural resources, and an economy still larger than China's, the U.S. is far from fading away. But whether America can maintain its edge will depend on how it manages domestic polarization, rising debt, and the challenge from a united front of rivals like China, Russia, and Iran. One thing certain, America's position is no longer guaranteed, and its rivals are watching closely for the chance to overtake it. In a world where power is shifting faster than ever, these nations may soon decide the fate of billions. Who do you think will rise to the top, and who will fade into history? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep an eye on the next great power moves, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the future.